Now let's continue with this crusade against these dangerous dogs and their dangerous owners. First of all, I am in the process of creating my own website. I have a lot of work to do, but of course I will provide the link as soon as it is completed. Yet another baby has been mauled to death by a brainless, out of control mutt. This incident took place in Georgia this month. In the early morning hours of Sunday, June 10th, about 2:55 a.m., police received a 911 call from a frantic caller who was not able to communicate the nature of their emergency. According to a news release issued by the Clayton County Police Department on June 14th. Upon arrival, responding officers discovered that the family dog, a German Shepherd, had mauled a 5-month-old female to death. According to the family of the child, she was placed in a bed to sleep and left in the care of her mother's roommate, while her mother left the home for a few hours. When the mother returned, she discovered that her roommate had fallen asleep in another area of the home. And when they went to check on the welfare of the baby, it was discovered that the baby had been mauled to death in the bedroom where she had been placed to sleep. The family advised detectives that the dog had been around the baby since the baby's birth and had never shown any signs of aggression toward the baby or anyone else in the home. The dog was removed from the home by the Clayton County Animal Control officers on the night of the incident and has since been surrendered to animal control to be euthanized. First of all, this was not a pit bull. All of these mutts are aggressive. Second of all, notice how they said the dog had been around the baby since the baby's birth. 5 months. Never showed any aggression toward the baby or anyone else in the home. Yet that mutt waited until everybody was gone and asleep and killed that baby as it slept. In my video titled, "Dog Lovers Should Be Arrested for Child Endangerment," you heard 17-year veterinarian Scott Miller talk about how dogs don't look at each other in the eye unless they're fighting for dominance, and that the way babies stare at you will be taken as a challenge in the mind of dogs. But in this situation, the baby was asleep. The babysitter was asleep and everybody else was gone. The baby had no supervision and the dog knew it. And despite the fact that this dog had been around this baby for 5 months and it knew full well that this was the master's baby, that mutt couldn't wait to kill that baby. This is nothing short of the behavior of a child murderer, a baby murderer. How can any of you argue that these dogs should not be outlawed? If you have kids in your home with a dog, you should be arrested right now for child endangerment. You stupid mutt lovers constantly try to impose human traits and human intelligence onto wild, lethal carnivores, believing that if a dog spends several months in the home with a baby, then the dog knows the baby and views the baby as family, when the only one who's viewing the other as family is you viewing that stupid mutt as family. That mutt has no concept of family. It views babies as competition for food. As the veterinarian said, they get jealous of the attention the baby gets, right? It views the baby as a trespasser on its territory. And that mutt carefully timed the murder of that baby. And they euthanized the dog as if there was something wrong with only that specific dog. No, all of these mutts are like this. They're all brainless. People act like some dogs are born with a brain and some are not. They're all fucking brainless. You cannot take the chance. Just like you cannot take the chance that a drunk driver will not have an accident. They get arrested. It should not only be illegal to allow wild, aggressive animals to live in homes with children, it should be illegal for people without children to own dogs, because they may have other people's children visit their home. Family members who have kids visit their home. That cannot be regulated. All dogs need to be outlawed. Again, most dog attacks on children are either by the family dog or in a home that the child is familiar with, friend or family. And I guarantee you that none of these mutt lovers on these social media websites, Twitter, Facebook, are talking about the death of this child, even though it happened only a few days ago. They're still worshiping the existence of all dogs, aiding and abetting child killers, baby killers, projecting dogs as innocent, loving creatures. They're doing it as I make this video. These people disgust me to no end. The idea of treating dogs as if they have the same mentality as humans is criminal, and it leads to injuries and death. Most serial killers do not target babies, they target adults. Dogs specialize in babies and children just as much, if not more, than adults. How can anybody argue that there should not be laws that regulate the ownership of these mutts? There is none. Anybody can buy a goddamn dog. This is an outrage. And the nerve of people to put these mutts in movies and commercials as if the consistency of their vicious attacks is irrelevant. As if these animals do not methodically plan the murder of babies as they sleep. As if they don't target children. Right? There could be 10 adults, one child, that mutt is going after that child. How can you argue that these things should not be illegal? It is a black eye to this government, to the citizens of this country. I have absolutely no respect for anyone with such a poor sense of protection for babies and children. The way people trust dogs as if they would trust a human is disgusting. That is absolutely brainless, stupid. And the nerve of the American Kennel Club to say that it is our responsibility to feed these mutts, provide shelter for them, these child killers, baby murderers. The nerve of anybody who projects dogs as teddy bears with as much blood of children as they've shed. You people are absolutely disgusting. And as I always say, I cannot wait until the day when these mutts are made illegal. You people are seriously deranged. You have severe mental problems, mental disorders. That dog cannot speak English. It can't talk to you. You can't communicate with it. You cannot gauge its mindset. Yet you let it in your home around your kids and around your babies. Will lay your babies on top of these brainless, lethal, deadly mutts. You people have mental problems. You act like you're not even human yourself. You're not evolved. Your intelligence has not evolved. You're part human and part mutt yourself. You're that dumb. Don't talk to me about your intelligence and your intellectual advancement when y'all doing brainless, retarded shit like this.